Ever tried to manipulate a man into liking you? How'd that work out for you? Chances are, not too well. It's a common misconception, this belief that crafty maneuvers and intricate mind games can build the foundation for a successful relationship. But here's the unvarnished truth. Manipulation is a slippery slope, a path that leads straight into a labyrinth of confusion and disappointment. So buckle up as we delve into why manipulation, in the grand scheme of love, is a road that leads to nowhere. Everyone stumbled into the manipulation trap at least once, right? Picture this. You're trying to win someone over, so you start pretending to like all the things they do. Suddenly you find yourself in a 3-hour-long opera, and you don't even like classical music. Or perhaps you've decided to play the damsel in distress, hoping they'll swoop in to save the day, only to find yourself stranded on a deserted road because you faked a car breakdown. Not so glamorous now, is it? Manipulation in relationships is like wearing someone else's glasses. Sure, you might fool them for a second, but sooner or later, you're going to walk into a wall. It's awkward, it's uncomfortable, and let's face it, it's downright hilarious when you think about the lengths some of us will go to. So, manipulating your way into someone's heart. Not such a good idea, huh? Ever met the mysterious mimicker? They're like a human parrot. Picture this. You're on a date with a woman who claims to love every single thing you love. You mention your passion for 17th century French poetry, and suddenly, she's an expert too. You casually drop that you're into Mongolian throat singing, and just like that, she's humming along to some obscure tune. But here's the thing. The mysterious mimicker doesn't really enjoy these things. She's just echoing your interests in a misguided attempt to be attractive. Now, don't get me wrong. Common interests can be a great bond, but pretending to enjoy something you don't, well, that's just setting yourself up for a future full of 17th century French poets and Mongolian throat singers. And trust me, there's only so much Théophile de Viau and Tuvan harmonics one can take. So remember, mimicry might fool a parrot, but it won't fool a man. Playing hard to get? More like playing hard to understand. Imagine you're a detective, and the person you're interested in is the elusive enigma you're trying to decode. They're like a Rubik's Cube, twisting and turning in a dizzying dance of colors. Just when you think you've got them figured out, they flip another layer and you're back to square one. Now there's a fine line between a thrilling chase and an exhausting goose chase. And here's the paradox of playing hard to get. It's supposed to pique interest, but too often it just leaves people scratching their heads in bewilderment. It's like a magician who's so good at their tricks, even they can't remember how to pull the rabbit out of the hat. It's a delicate balance, but remember, nobody likes a puzzle that's impossible to solve. So playing hard to get essentially means playing hard to want. Authenticity, ever heard of it? It's a little thing called being yourself. Now let's delve into why this trait is so crucial in a relationship. Authenticity, dear listeners, is the soil where deep connections grow. It's the honesty, the openness, the you-ness that draws people in. When you're authentic, you're not pretending, not putting on a show, you're simply being you. That's what people are drawn to, the real you. Manipulation, on the other hand, is like a weed in this soil. It stifles the growth of genuine connection. It shadows the real you with a facade, a mirage that might shimmer with false allure but lacks substance. In the long run, it's the substance that matters, not the shimmer. The best relationships are built on trust, respect, and authenticity. When you're genuine, you allow others to see and connect with the real you. So let's ditch the masks, the games, the manipulations. Remember, the best version of yourself is just yourself. Ever heard the tale of two identities? It's a real thriller. Once upon a time, in the land of modern dating, lived a charming individual named Alex. Now Alex had a peculiar habit. He had two identities. The real Alex, a lover of 80s rock and sci-fi movies, and the manipulative Alex, who pretended to adore everything his love interest liked. He had to constantly juggle these identities, remember lies, and bear the burden of not being himself. It was like a thriller movie, with Alex as the protagonist, trying to keep his double life a secret. But as in all good thrillers, the truth eventually came out. His secret life was exposed, leading to heartbreak and loss of trust. The moral of our tale? It's not just about the stress of maintaining a facade. It's about the inevitable fallout when the truth is revealed. So, maintaining two identities? More trouble than it's worth. Genuine connection, it's like Wi-Fi, but for people. You see, the beauty of a genuine connection lies in its simplicity. It's not about playing mind games or trying to mold yourself into someone else's ideal. It's about being real, raw, and authentic, communicating your thoughts and feelings without fear of judgment. Genuine connection is the invisible thread that binds two people together, making them feel seen, heard, and valued. It's the spark that lights up a conversation, making it feel less like an interrogation and more like a dance. But here's the catch. Manipulation is the sworn enemy of genuine connection. It's like a wall, blocking the free flow of authenticity, trust, and mutual respect. It leaves no room for vulnerability, the very foundation of deep, meaningful connections. So remember, if you want to build a relationship that's strong, fulfilling, and long-lasting, focus on fostering genuine connection. Genuine connection, it's better than the strongest Wi-Fi signal. Got an inner queen? Time to let her reign. Let's delve into self-confidence and self-worth. Imagine yourself as a castle. The higher your walls, the more difficult you are to conquer. But it's not about keeping people out, rather it's about safeguarding your worth. This is your inner queen talking. She's assertive, she's proud, she knows her worth. But she's not just a figurehead, she's a working queen. She's not waiting for a king to save her. She's building her own empire. She's shaping her destiny. And when a worthy king comes along, he's not there to rule her, but to rule with her. Your inner queen doesn't need validation. She doesn't need to play games or manipulate. She's authentic, she's genuine, she's you at your most powerful. So let her out, let her shine, let her rule. Embrace your inner queen and you'll attract a king. Ever heard of the ultimate makeover mishap? It's a real horror story. Picture this. You decide to transform yourself head to toe to catch the eye of that certain someone. You're talking drastic hair color change, a whole new wardrobe, and even picking up a brand new accent. You're feeling pretty confident, right? But alas, the day of the big reveal comes. You strut into the room ready to turn heads. And heads do turn, but not for the reason you'd hoped. Instead of gasps of admiration, there's confusion, maybe a few snickers. Why? Because you've become unrecognizable, and not in a good way. You see, the person you were trying to impress liked you for you, not this unfamiliar stranger. In trying to become their type, you've lost the very essence of what made you attractive to them in the first place. So, the ultimate makeover? More like the ultimate mistake. Ever met the subtle social media stalker? They're like a digital detective. Now, before you start checking your browser history and panic, we're not talking about real stalking here. We're discussing the lighthearted yet futile act of scrolling through someone's online life in the hopes of winning their heart. It's like trying to read a book through a keyhole. You might catch a glimpse or two, but it's hardly the full story. You see, it's easy to mistake likes for love and shares for shared interests. But social media is often a highlight reel, not a documentary. You might think you're getting to know someone by decoding their posts, but you're only seeing what they choose to show. This cyber sleuthing can lead to misconceptions and disappointment when reality doesn't match the filtered fantasy. So, stalking someone on social media? More creepy than cute. Let's leave the detective work to Sherlock Holmes and focus on creating authentic connections instead. Enjoying the video? Give that like button some love. When you like and share our content, it helps us continue creating insightful videos for you. And don't forget, hit that subscribe button to never miss out on our latest tips. Now, back to the fun stuff. Ever tried the strategic friend zone maneuver? It's like a romantic chess game. Picture this. You're playing pretend, acting like the best buddy, hoping to sneak into their heart under the radar. You're always there, lending a sympathetic ear, dishing out friendly advice, all while secretly hoping they'll see you as more than just a friend. It's a bit like being a secret agent, isn't it? But here's the catch, you're not James Bond. You're not on a secret mission. You're just you. And that's okay. The real magic happens when you're genuine, not when you're putting on a performance. Remember, genuine connection isn't a game of hide and seek. It's not about tricking someone into falling for you. It's about being honest, being yourself, and letting things develop naturally. So the next time you consider the friend zone maneuver, remember, it's not a winning strategy. So the friend zone maneuver, more like a checkmate to your own heart. So what have we learned today? That manipulation, whether it's mimicking interests, playing hard to get, or trying to be someone you're not, never truly works. It's authenticity, embracing your inner queen and forging genuine connections that truly work. And while social media stalking and strategic friend zoning may seem tempting, they're just another form of manipulation. In the end, it's about being true to yourself and others. Remember, manipulation is a game where everyone loses. That's all, folks. Don't forget to click those like and share buttons, and if you haven't already, do subscribe to join our community. We've got some exciting content lined up that you definitely won't want to miss. Until next time, keep it real.
Savored this video, fancy another? Click the on-screen video for an even deeper dive into fresh territory. Your support is like a warm cuppa on a brisk day. Give us a thumbs up, subscribe, ring that bell for the latest content. Cheers for watching.